Let's have a go again and see what happens if this microphone is actually working, because I've just made a whole video and the whole thing flopped because the microphone wasn't on properly. Well, let's hope you get this video. I'm still having tech problems. I'm amazed I'm actually with you right now. Yeah, things haven't been working out so good. It's a craft week and I am going to show you what I have done this week. It's just a simple 5-minute job for a garden craft, which is useful to nature and uses what I have and what I've grown in the garden. What is it I've made? A bug hotel, a mini one. So welcome to Blue Garden Cottage. Lovely to have you here with us. And I'll let you know what I've just done. It's already done. I did actually do a video step by step of how I made it, and then discovered that I forgot to turn the microphone on and it wasn't plugged in right. So I had to scrap that one. And there's no way I am going to undo the whole thing and take it apart and start all over again. I don't have that much time left to be able to do this stuff. So I thought I would just tell you how I did it, okay? And what I used. First of all, the tools you're going to need to make that are pair of scissors and string, pair of secateurs, some garden gloves, okay? That's what you need to do this job. Let me put this out of the way. Okay, so what I'm using to actually make it is, you remember the giant teasel I grew in the front garden last year? I'll put a link to that video if I can find one over there. And by the autumn, the stems are starting to go dark and brown, and I thought, oh, I've got to get rid of it anyway. And as I started cutting it, I thought, oh, hang on a bit, that is really tough stuff. It's really hard, and as I cut it, this piece broke open, and it looks exactly like bamboo on the inside. And I thought, I wonder if it could be useful for anything else. And it is rough, but okay on the inside. It's just like bamboo with these segments inside. So I cut, while it was still soft, I cut a whole bunch of sticks, generally the same size-ish. And these little side bits where the leaves grow, I've cut most of them off. This one I left because it's at the end on the outside anyway. But cutting them ready because I intended to do exactly this. So I cut them ready and left them over the winter, and they have dried out in the potting shed, nice and tough. And it's covered, well, not so much the big stems, I don't know if you can see, on these little thorns. The stems are covered in thorns, so it helped like sandpaper just to key them together. So I thought that was very useful. I'm sure there's other uses we could use the teasel stems for. But that was really good to figure out I could do that. Anyway, how I did it was, because it was awkward and tricky. I stuck about that much of a lump of sticks together and tied it in the middle, then added more, tied that, and then added the last lot and tied that in the middle. And then from the middle, I straightened them up because it was easier then to straighten them up because they were all a bit skewed from tying in the middle. Straightened them up, tied one end with a whole bunch of string, and then tied it off. Did the same on the other side, tied it off. And I've made sure it was as tight as I could get it. And hopefully those thorns will help keep the string in place. And then normally you'd have a nook or something in the garden for that to be shoved into and not move or budge, because it's not ideal if it's swinging in the breeze, I don't think. But I don't have a nook in the garden, so I've tied the ends of the strings together over there in a knot and then tied a loop there so that I could hang it in something nearby my fruit trees at least. So, yeah, hopefully, or even, if I could get this, yeah, I'll hang it near the fruit trees. So that would help. And then hopefully some bugs might use it for laying their eggs in for their larvae to grow and develop in, ready to hatch out for the summer. And some will use it for the winter to overwinter, because of course some of the predators in the garden actually lay their eggs inside of their prey, and they'll live off that. They don't need anywhere to nest, but other bugs do. So this is catering for the bugs that do need somewhere for their larvae to develop inside of a tube, and for some to overwinter. There you have it. Bug hotel grown in the garden. String I already had, natural stuff, so they can easily be composted away without leaving a trace of pollution. And I can just make more as I grow it. I can grow my own bug hotels. Hubby's going to make me a wooden one with different sections in that I can put different materials in and holes in for different types of bugs. But for now, it's something simple I can do in this nasty weather indoors, ready for the spring. And I thought, what better way to do is craft for the garden using what you have. Frugal, cheap, even free. Grow your own. All of those things in one. What's not to like? Grow in my own pest control, or rather inviting my own pest control to live in my garden and use it and help save my crops. Don't you just love it when things get that simple? Right then, next video, self-reliance, and I'm going to show you, I have received I ordered 2 of my books from Amazon that I published, the low content ones. So I've got them. I'm going to order some more of the other 2, and I'm busy working on 2 other projects. The one being my own book that I've promised you for a couple of years and have not had chance with everything that's been going on. And the other is a exercise book. It's for children, number tracing one that I've been working on. So I'll talk to you about those next week and how that's going, and I've got something else to share with you as well, because I'm going to start something specific to keep them kind of separate from this channel, but I'll let you know about them when I release my books, but that will be a channel specifically for the books. Have a good week. Have fun. If you have good weather, brilliant. If you have bad weather, it's okay. It passes. And we'll be back in the garden very soon, within 2 weeks' time. Well, I'm in the garden almost every day for some purpose or the other. And so, yeah, next week is the writing. Week after will be gardening. Because I missed February's garden video. But I'll be back with you, and there'll be more to share anyway. Come March. So take care, folks. Stay safe, stay well, stay happy, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.